Oh man, this is gonna be exciting because the episode name is Reminiscence. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu, because it's maybe about a short past. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. Who are they? Yeah, that's right, I did it. I killed the guy. Who is he? But it was the Karachi Yatagarasu told me to do it. I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say? Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the Yatagarasu. Oh my god. The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. What the hell? Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu? That's exactly what I... Mr. L, I think you heard just about enough out of me. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You've gotta believe me. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Are we gonna play in the court right now? It's been 3 episodes that we've just confrontation we until we prove that our side is right. Damn. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Edward. Oh man, Von Karma. Sir, have you read over all of the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. There. Edward Babyface. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edward, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your study, I am giving you this very rare chance. I know that Edward is Manfred von Karma. Edward is von Karma's mentor. No, von Karma is Edward's mentor, but are we gonna be in the same courtroom? Is he gonna be the guy? Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Let's go. Yes, sir. Damn, that smile. Some sort of creepy. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way, so I can't make a mistake. Yeah. Undiscreet, Daddy made all of this. Awesome, but did you get fire right after you made them? Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real. Whoa, what the hell? And my boss wasn't very happy with me. Hey Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it? I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired. It could be trouble. Now I'm curious. Me too. A model of the courthouse. It's pretty well constructed. Hands and a face. Don't tell me this thing transforms. Yet I wonder for what other purpose could they have been made. Okay. What is he doing? This is so good. I could drink a whole gallon. I've never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Look. The shipment and gulping an entire reservoir dry. What's your problem, Grandma? Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter? I just thought someone would have brought horse divorce by now. But this is a courthouse. It will be quite atypical to provide horse divorce here. Are you sure? Someone brought me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here. What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? Okay, let's talk to you again. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute, because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor Brian Faraday gave the order. Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his own pride. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Brian Faraday? This pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court. That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals, I see. Edward, disgracing yourself as Paradise will not be forgiven. Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. Damn. He's handsome. In place of the accused prosecutor Brian Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of phone card. Sir, I'm gonna show you this. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir. It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It is a strange path you have traveled. It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor. I see, then as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge. I understand. I will keep that in mind. Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous. Prosecutor must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep this in mind as well. I'm constantly have to remind the others at the prosecutor's of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor badge in your pocket. Sure, yeah, sure. In other words, always treat the prosecutor badge with care and honor. I understand, sir. Because I present that badge, we got a interesting conversation. So have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in the case files. Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about. Understood. Right, let's see. A murder was committed on September 8 in front of the Cordobian embassy. The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case is Mr. Mackerel. Was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the creative Yata Garza had successfully infiltrated the Cordovian embassy as well. At first, Raul claimed that he himself was the Yata Garza, but that he did not kill the dead man. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate life. It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight. If he is found guilty, there truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edward. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly shows Mr. Rel as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could clearly seen from the visitor killer. Upon seeing that the defendant retract his statement and admitted to the murder, I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarsu, Brian Ferret. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. Oh, what is that? While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kohdopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KGX incident. What? The second KGX incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Okay, I guess second KGX incident. How? Sir, what do you mean by the second KGX incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at this documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. How do you spell that? CCU Checheyo was an employee of the Amano Group and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Kohdopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes, a Kohdopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated. Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KGX incident as well. That's right. And now once again, the victim of the case you're currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was testifying. You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in KGX incident. So that's why it's being called the second KGX incident. Oh, because... Yes. Because of a witness. Yet, there is one difference between the two incidents. What will that be? The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief, Yatagarasu. I better find out more. Let's go. Wait first, I want to see this. Okay. Sorry. Oh, just this, I guess. Yatagarasu. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kohdopian embassy, what could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicion accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely, to steal secret from the Kohdopian embassy itself, since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day as the staff member was killed. Oh. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, would you say? That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KGX incident and the Yatagarasu case. Mr. Faraday really has a lot in his plate. Whoa. What is it, little girl? You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want? Thanks, that's exactly what I needed. Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Look at them. They're almost similar. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore? Oh. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete. Substitution. Why you? Do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant. It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. Look at them both. You had better to collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. I wish for when Edgeworth get older, you have a cane too. But not be a criminal, at least. Damn, we're in a court. Yes! One karma is our mentor now. That's cool. Almost like an assistant or some sort. Just what's going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh yes. Now where's the defendant? And the defense lawyer. You must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I don't know. Damn. That place is really high. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Is this how the judge looked like when he's young? Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard Popper going. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. So it looks like the trial is about to resume, however. Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sirs! What's up? Gumshoe. Silence! There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once. Please, wait, you have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday, and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor. What the? What? What? Huh? Young judges for justice. He's old. Damn. Who is that guy? Stay back. Wow. His design. So great. No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Mr. Earl's defense attorney? Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Let's go. First, what do you have to say about this? A poster of the judge. There's a longer slogan of some sort on it in tiny letters at the bottom. Every strike of my gavel brings that truth closer to me, and my hair further away. Is this a provisional poster for the court or a hair growth product? A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this, I suppose the victim would lose a memory or two. But it's not a thought I ever to be so foolish as to be struck by one of these. A drink vending machine. Now it's not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want. Look at this. Interesting, they're selling special core team food products. Many of them seem sort of troublesome and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. And you are... Who? Me? Hey pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Hedgehog. I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe, and now just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at the murder scene. What do you think of this? You mentioned that you only recently become a detective, did you not? You got it, I'm a brand spanking new detective. So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor badge, right? If you so desire to see one, I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because a real man has a police badge. And someday, I'm gonna become an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. Who's Bad? Did I say something wrong, pal? Forget it, detective. Wait, is the guy here named Bad? Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrell Webb. Oh, he is. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial, plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested you be here. Oh, I guess the real order is that. Left to right. Oh, there's ends in here. I gotta check that later. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. Please, I can't back down here. I have right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults? Oh, is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lock over there. His name's Gumshoe. Huh? He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. My goodness. Why was I not informed that you are going to testify in court? Homicides are my only gig. The Yatagarsu case, also one of my sentences. So we are called upon to comment on the Yatagarsu's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarsu. Well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Want me to show this? Does showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor? Of course not. I was simply proving my title of prosecutor to you. I see, but most prosecutors don't go around finding those things. It's like a detective walking around outside with his face flashing in the sunlight. Show that up too much, and before you know it, you'll be elbow deep in angry criminals. It will definitely be a problem. True. Detective Pet, I like to ask you about this piece of evidence. Oh, he doesn't know. Could you please pay attention? Huh. I'm listening, but I've got nothing to say. End of story. Very well. Okay. This sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use. It looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. Help! Myself locked with my reflection eyes in the port window. I stood on a front camera. I refused to back down. I won. Let's take another part. My SF locked with my reflection's eye in the port window. What the hell, Echo? Yes, do still like that. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know, especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I study under my friend Karma. Do not take me for some naive novice. Do not take me for some naive novice. So you're a student of Karma. I should have. Those clothes are that giveaway. Step back there. These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. Thanks for the good love, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Calista Yu. So she's the sister. And if you're telling me the truth, then we're about to go head in court. But of course, I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. But of course, I have heard much about you. You're such a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? Oh man, this girl is chill. I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? Not again. What's so funny? It's just that the way you speak is so tactless. I didn't realize that. The person I was going against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. Yeah, that's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine, don't worry about it. Is she gonna laugh if I show her this? It's a shame that we'll not be able to face each other. It was to be my first trial too. Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree. What a nice squeaky clean badge you've got yourself there. I'm jealous. Oh, is that her badge? The small one in her left side? I'm sure its gleam will dull over time with experience. Are you saying your reputation will also tarnish over time with it? That's not what I meant. Well, you just can't avoid some things in life. I'll never allow my badge or my reputation to become tarnished. Let's go. So that's just what we asked of her. What about the ants in here? And what is this? Damn, I can examine it. This looks like a fruit or something. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that, but it will be behoove to you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Pat is the one in charge, so you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defender lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard the gunshot. Then I kind of froze. You're a detective and a missile gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at the close range. Then, Detective Beth came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there, dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Okay. Monsieur, there's someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Kohadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. Whoa. Why? What's going on? Detective Pet and Monsieur Smooth just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second, wasn't Manny Cochin? I'll be right there. It's nice to see you again, Monsieur. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. No. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief check? Is he gonna blackmail her? Damn, he's fast. Bad. Von Karma? It's been a long time. I know you will show up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes. It's like an old blonde that never leaves the scene of crime. If only he'll get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on, Taubat. The man that I just passed by. Was he not suspect from the KGX incident? So I was right. Look at them both. What is that man doing wandering around? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I will prove his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing a short in charge of the investigation.
Objection!
Wow. Is she? Papa, how can you place him in charge? Francisca, what are you doing here? I'm here for summer vacation. What? She already have a whip? Francisca von Karma. So she is here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and a student of his, who's also junior to me. You're the one who's junior to me, and don't you forget it. Not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? If you're able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never. Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Thatcher to cover the case? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than you. That's just like Francisca. She has no problem badmouthing someone right in front of them. But, yeah, these two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around. I'm the one with the authority of this crime scene, Dad. And I will not tolerate complaining. Gah! Achwa! Francisca, I'll leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Von, I still haven't agreed to this. Miles said, "Sure. It's been quite some time, Francisca. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy the Von Karman. Will it kill you at least to say hello? Long time no see. Very good. Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. Oh shoot, she hasn't changed a bit. Master George, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karman. For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. It looks like Mr. Von Karman was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him, he never fails. Now, I appreciate if you could quickly run me through the facts, detective, but that you're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Beth will be a most arduous task. That's a weird crime scene, I guess. Is the only real explanation that they kill each other simultaneously? Melsacho, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karman. A competition? The person that figures the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name. Exactly. I don't care that you become a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth. Fine, whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and purely present it like the professional I am. Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. Yeah, You kids over there, hold it. Kid! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me kid as well? I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over this too. Yes, sir. Detective Beth, sir. No, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You better not get in our way, Scrappy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Then you, prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. No, even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Setcher. And if you are to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into Raimondi's salary. Oh, what? And what did you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? It's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. It's so naive. Detective Beth, may I have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as a murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the man acquire the weapons? The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Kahdopian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in, which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Would it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then, why doesn't Detective Beth know about it? Wait, what if it's possible that Mr. Faraday put the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence? He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh. Maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, with a counterattack. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusion already. I must first find conclusive evidence, so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. Okay. First, I'm gonna share this to your friends. I see. Did you figure something out? This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I appreciate if you didn't talk to me. As you wish. No, I want to show you my prosecutor badge. Why? Okay, I guess. Okay, he's following me. Yeah, pal. The murder. So, Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, what is it, boy? Of all people to call me that, the detective is by far the least qualified. I want to test you about how the investigation is proceeding. See for yourself, pal. Do I do a great detective, Beth, or what? Is this man not a professional bone in his body? Very well then. I'll inspect the victim's body myself. Is there anything suspicious there? In the window, maybe? The window is open and... there's a flowers in the air. The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a chance? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell flowers after fall from the third floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Who is that guy? It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seemed like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, what was that outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first. See? You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. Look and cranny, let's go. First, this. His hand is all black down here, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this splotching pattern resembles an ink stain. An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal? Yeah, I guess. What is weird in this crime scene again? I guess nothing, but let's just check all of it. Looks like Mr. Rell died with a knife in his hand. And there's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I shall jot some notes down about it. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Plastic bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy. Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kinda strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police training procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should get some notes down about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. That is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they're trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Reynolds gets updated with his body position like that. Detective Vet, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail, if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are. I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Labby. Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Okay, look and crane. This is a gunshot wound. Looks like a gunshot wound. And this is a step wound. There's a knife wound in his chest here. See? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Shot in chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A run grows very hot as it discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when the shot is fired from a point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. How much a yard? You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently this detective has much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Yeah, I guess. His eyes... Why his eyes are like that? But I'm curious about his hands. Oh, there's nothing in it. First, he killed a corrupt embassy staff member. Then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know. Huh? What makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the cruising several times for theft and assault there. So, he's definitely the type of to have committed a murder also. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Deadman. Hey, good point, pal. I know my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yep, do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all detectives... We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Well, what about the pen? There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Beth is always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together, where they stood. That is my theory. In any case, what a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have clear my grasp on what happened here. So, why doesn't this being checkmarked yet? But, first, this stuff. Let's splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from this fountain pen. I see. Good work. You know, I always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume that he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Let's see the pen. It seems Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using very nice fountain pens. That's totally opposite of you. I don't get these things at all. Well, I think the pencil behind your ears suits you just fine. Really? You think so, pal? Man, I know it's a short something. That wasn't exactly a compliment, detective. Then what is it? This looks like a quality name. Hey, let me test it out, pal. Oh, this is really... I got ink all over my hand. Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with the evidence like that again. Okay, let's see. Guess there's nothing we can examine right now. Mr. Faraday is holding a gun, right? That's the one Mr. Rell got blown away by, right? Libby, your answer? Yes, sir. We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun. Ballistic markings are the figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it, of course. I already know all about that, pal. Maybe you better off going back to the academy. Come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will you? So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what failed Mr. L. Okay. See logic. Can't yet. How about this? There's nothing unusual about this hair. No. I mean the knife. Looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. L is holding. Yikes! What's wrong, detective? My stomach started to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, alright? Okay, we've seen this. Mr. Faraday, how ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse. Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder. Right, I'm on it, pal. No, I don't know. Go there. Detective Pat, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rel. It looks like they kill each other, to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what will they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother, boy? Now I've been downgraded to just boy? Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. Wow! And way too noisy. You're the noisy one, Scrappy. Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Persecution of the crime scene is foundation of detective work. The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the Rocky here needs to show up on. Okay. The thief has been left on. Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. Gumshoe, you do know what will happen to you if you touch something again. Right? I won't touch anything. I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. And you, get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway. So I guess we have to search his bag. There's some stuff in the bag now. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? I better not touch it. I'll leave the prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to anything? If you do? What is this plastic doing? There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's this here too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I don't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know? Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are trying us out. What is this? Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence, pal. Oh. I've seen this evidence. This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I shall purchase one for my room. Alright, let's see about the plastic. Oh no, that wasn't what I was intended to do. This one. There is a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle. In each case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Hey, please get that blood away from me now. Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a lot of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It will appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so, I'll leave it in your hands, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. Maybe... No, we can conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows there's another possibility. No way, pal. Really? I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in the crime scene. Okay, I guess the record. Now we came face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with this fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed, and yet the handgun is in his right hand. Did you find it out the left-handed Mr. Faraday held the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction Hunting described it. Hey, you're right, Paul. That does seem kinda strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion, and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadow figure behind this case. The person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Let's go! Here's the autopsy report. It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we know everything we need to know about this case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course, the incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back, and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There is absolutely no margin for doubt. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Okay, this is rebuttal time. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after shot Mr. Rell, and Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore, he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I shall first look for any holes in her theory.
Hold it!
Do you really believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously? I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due being stabbed in the chest. Therefore, you see, it's been documented, clear as day. Ah, from this it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. L.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. L before he died. Do you have any basis of that statement? For that statement? Your foolishness has no end, does it? No, I had to repeat myself. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need. Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. L before being stabbed. You're finally beginning to catch on, I see.
Hold it!
So you believe that dying Mr. L stole the knife from Faraday? Mr. L became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test, so the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. L was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say that it's perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. So if you could append that statement to your testimony. Fine. Mr. Faraday. What can I... This one?
Objection!
No. Use the rest of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
Objection!
No. Yeah, I have to calm down and think again.
Hold it!
About this statement, Mr. L used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. One can easily see that they had a violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing to what my riding crop can do. How the boss can confront the damage a crop can do with the state of this room. Furthermore, all of the plastic bags on the floor of this room were scattered there to the fight. Is there anything else that I can explain for you? No, that will be fine. Ah. This blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found, which begs the question: do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to perceive it as evidence?
Objection!
No? Oh, this one.
Objection!
If the two men were fighting, their struggle will have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Kamshi testified that he heard absolutely nothing. He placed too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. L get his hands on the knife? Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. L saw a chance and took it out at some point. So, what you're saying is this. Mr. L took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the back. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. L after being stabbed? Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? Let's see again. Saying is this, Mr. L took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the back. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. L after being stabbed. There is. Wait, something doesn't add up. Oh, really? It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. L after being stabbed. This one. According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. Oh, you got me. But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there's only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. L attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. L. Therefore, Mr. L must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then, they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense. Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers. Francisca, you still got ways to go. Oh shoot, what are you talking about? Are you saying that there's flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this case. The contradiction here in this crime scene is instantaneously. The bodies fall. The order of events. The evidence X location. Let's try this. No, I'm wrong. The evidence bag is too far away from their bodies. If the bag is held, the weapons was this far from the victims, then neither of the two men could have taken one out without the other noticing. Aren't you the one who just said, perhaps Mr. L saw a chance and took it out at some point? Now take some responsibility for your own claims. See, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. Bodies fell. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. L. Then the wounded Mr. L found an opportunity to take the knife and start back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. L died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled. No. Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. L. Therefore, Mr. L must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible. Yes, I agree. That seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must have... No, not so fast. Miles a joke. But no. I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that is even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday murderous intent. Cheshire bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Let's go. It was just a chance that Mr. Faraday's bodies fell on top of Mr. L. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. But we already explained to you that it's not point-blank red shot, it's a far shot. I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction.
Hold it!
What do you mean by they attack each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had two different weapons in his hand. He meant to attack Mr. L while holding both knife and revolver. And then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. L grabbed the knife as he was failing and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. L wound up on the bottom, with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible. Yes, it's possible, but, well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you got. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testament. I don't see any point, but as you please. From close range.
Objection!
So you believe they kill each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it written in the crime scene notes. The firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. L's clothes. Therefore, Mr. L and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance, and with there being no chance that Mr. L moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation. What a completely foolish line of a foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? The person that attacked first with murderous intent, that would be neither man. Here in this room, contradiction appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can be only one explanation. There was a third person. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Red, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. The third person is the real culprit. Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly. Everything you've set up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime? Of course. Whoa, how? If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this all has been a setup made to look like they kill each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves there is a third person involved? It's either the blood or the knife. I guess the blood.
Take that!
The gun is Mr. Faraday's hand, and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the person of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gum's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of the blood splatter when the knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one with the and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two. They were able to conceal their presence. Ah! Looks like we've still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
Wow. Is that her voice? Wow. What the heck's up with you, pal? Mr. Bat, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Huh? Oh, what? What's the meaning of this? Huh. Looks like you're not a man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. The detective claims he was there standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Huh? Monsieur, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let his honor explain it himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I told you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bat? So I ask you, why would the detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No, of course not, sir. It will appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically rendered his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, boss. Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of two men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Detective Bat, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I'm the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk, you know what's going on, boy. Yeah, that's smartness. All I want is for the investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? If he doesn't lie. Detective Gumshoe, I take it that no one else was in that hallway at any time, correct? Huh? Oh, of course not, pal. You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? What's your mouth, pal? You can go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence, I suppose you're right, I have no evidence at this point. Monsieur George, how can you be losing better with this detective? You're a disgrace. Ouch. Greg, best asking about something else. Detective Gumshoe, why were you missing from the hallway for a span of time? Look, pal, like I said, I was there the whole time, okay? But there's still someone against you. Mansucho, why are you wasting our time with a completely useless question? Huh? The only logical reason as to why he was absent is that he was busy committing the crime. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool. I guess motive. I suppose the one thing I like to clarify is Detective Gumshoe's motives for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you, I am not lying. The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Richard, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to fact offensive, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine, you amaze me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. Let's go again. Gamshoe motif. It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the prison. He stood there, super pale, as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That salary cut for you, you nitwit." A brand new detective suddenly getting a salary cut. That's a reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? You totally misunderstood me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge. Quiet. We can trust anything you say. Sir. There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se. But there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Is your perfect explanation may not be so perfect at all. The motive.
Hold it!
Let's just press it out. A week ago, then you and Detective Gumshoe are acquaintance. No way, I only met him in person today. Then how did you know about Detective Gumshoe? Oh, I've seen him around before.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday was upset? Yeah, you know what else? Mr. Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry at that. But there he was, totally beat red in the face. Ahem. And the offending detective just stood there, pale as a ghost, like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making now, right? I'm completely innocent, I tell you. The poor man. It was quite the scene with the detective. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit."
Hold it!
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you. Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's why when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier, I knew to steer clear from you. No way. I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face. But you do. Huh? What have got stuck on my face? Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth, oh, and those ridiculous eyebrows. Oh man, messing with your head is just too much fun. Monsieur, if you don't mind, I'd like you to return to your testimony now. Sure, why not?
Hold it!
To call the new detective selling right off the bat like that. I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that common practice? Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten to do that to me earlier too? I suppose I did. It's only natural because I want the detective salary down to their actual work. My father can't even fire anyone, new or old, the snap of his fingers. Do you think maybe that's reason enough for detectives to hate you people? Well, I guess they really shouldn't cut people's pay. Detective Bad, don't tell me Mr. Frankama cut your salary earlier.
Hold it!
I pressed the wrong button.
Hold it!
Oh no. press the wrong button again. I guess there's no harm to
Hold it!
press the last statement. You call your explanation perfect? Is it not your liking? Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh, is there something you want me to clarify? In that case, what should I do? Shall I raise an objection? I guess so. Alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. I understand Detective Jones' potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel? His motive for killing Rel? Like I would know. If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident could have occurred. Would you agree? Is there anyone else who might have a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. What? But that's impossible. She must know something. Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh. She's so ticklish. Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway. Oh, would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. Or is it that requisite trait for being a fun karma? Also, joke. I demand that you shut this rude woman up. I wish you both be quiet for just 1 sec. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids. So, there's no one out there with the motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rare. All you really have to establish that is someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rare, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity, and set up to look like they had killed each other. I wonder if that's really true, if there are no one out there with a grudge against both men. I shall take another hard look at evidence in this morning case, the second KJX incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member, and the two men who both wound up as suspect in this case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them? Motive to kill the man. First, I'm gonna press it out.
Hold it!
So there is no one else who might have a grudge against both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rare? I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch, but I'm pretty sure no one like that was here in this courthouse today. She's lying to her death. We just saw someone like that here earlier. Besides, you don't need to prove that the killer had a grudge against both men. Huh. I can't show evidence with person. Codepin and staff member, many coach and found not guilty. The victim is CCU. From my mentor. A man who had a grudge to kill both men. Fountain pen. Faraday's blood.
Hold it!
Someone with a grudge against one of the men. In that case, there are plenty of other people who fit the bill. Sure, after all, who doesn't garner crown from another simply by being alive? But the only one who held a grudge and acted upon it by killing was Detective Gumshoe. Furthermore, Mr. L, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder.
Hold it!
So you're saying that he was basically silenced? Aren't you glad he managed to avoid the same fate, Your Honor? Why, if you had been the one to witness the blood covered detective. Why are you laughing? What? Detective Gumshoe, you'll kill even me? What? I could never do something as terrible as that, Your Honor. There's no need for even a second of deliberation. I'll handle my verdict. Your Honor, take a look around. We are not in court right now. It will be greatly appreciated if you would stay here with us in reality. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. I knew there, monsieur. Hurry up and continue with your testimony. If you fail to do so, I will whip you into shape. Haha, that's nice. Sounds kind of like fun, actually. What did you say? Anyway, Detective Gumshoe had to arrest the witness, Mr. Rell. Kill each other.
Hold it!
I didn't do it, pal. No hard feelings, but I don't think we can make the word of a criminal take the word of a criminal seriously. But I can't even begin to think up ways to set up a crime scene. I suppose you do lack the necessary tactical mind required to do such a thing. Why do you have to kick a man when he's down, pal? You shouldn't put yourself down, detective. You're a big boy, I bet you thought it up all by yourself, right? Yeah, that's right, and I worked real hard at it too. I think this proves one thing about the detective. He has the mental acuity of war. I have to admit, her explanation makes sense. However, there's also something she overlooked in her testimony. I shall present that piece of evidence and see if I can make her see the truth. Mr.
Objection!
Monsieur, I believe there's someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you're rather not bring this person up? What do you mean? We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KGX incident, and a member of the Cordopian embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right, the fireman who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Cordopian embassy staff, Mr. Rell. And the man who was lead prosecutor of the KGA incident, Mr. Faraday. Oh, sorry, I didn't read this one. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men? Well, I suppose he might have a reason or two. You covered for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only thing I wish to hold. But I didn't do it. You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this leak out. You want to investigate Cochin? You just be wasting your time. And why is that? Cochin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on this guy since he arrived. Then the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe. I suppose so. No way, come on Detective Bat, you've gotta believe me, sir. I really was in the hallway the whole time, sir. I never took a single step in this room, sir. Okay then, are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No, there was no one else, sir. Then why should I believe you didn't do it? There is one incredibly foolish detective, standing right in front of the crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt. I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you think he'll at the very least offer up a space out while I'm on duty or the like. Come on, Gumshoe, time for interrogation. Detective Bat. I want to see this first. Mal Sechot, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa. And that, as they say, is that right, everyone? Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh? Before we do, Monsieur, there's something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? Am I that funny to you? Am I looking like a funny guy to you, huh? Like a comedian? So, what do you want to ask me about? In the current case of the murder of Ethiopian embassy staff member, I've heard that people began calling it the second KGX incident. Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KGX incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KGX incident. I appreciate it if you stop with the false accusation. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here. I think you can stop making that ultra serious face in front of me. If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KGX incident she is. Oops. But I really want to see her laughing face. Monsieur, I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KGX incident. That pile is your proof. Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how am I related to the KGX incident? Through the victim. Your connection to the KGX incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will notice that she is the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related, huh? What? Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face that I couldn't help but. Miss you, I asked that you please tell me the truth. Why is she always laughing? Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amana group was my sister, CCU. As I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial. By Manny Kochan. But because he was tried once. There's no sense. and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life, completely carefree, all because the lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Cochin trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Then the evidence had been tampered with. Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring being run at the Amano group by one of his secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense. On this case, that people are calling the second KG8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. Was probably expecting too much. I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Is she cross-eyed? Why didn't Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he arrived. He figured he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with the scary face already. I'm fine, really. I gave him a good slap across the face. The way she talked about slapping me as she laughed away is kinda creepy. But it's just as Mr. Beth said. It's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the cleric claimed that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Haha, sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Headshot, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see. Look at you with your game face on, ready to go. I'm making no such face. Did you know laughter is the best medicine, Echo? Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all of the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. Did she just face right through me? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read that one. The KG incident and this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus, the Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer, can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. Wow. I hope that was interesting, but I hope that you're gonna be in court like in the next episode. I hope the next part. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Now, I'm gonna wrap this up here. See you next day, or maybe the day tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. See you in the next part. Bye. Have a nice day.